the social media space, we've been living with social for best part of a decade, but it's only really now we're starting to make sense of it. The conference Engage kind of showed us that not only are people beginning to grasp data, but they're actually making sense of it. As I point out, how do you describe this moment in history of social?
I think when we look at social media, it's been through an evolution of kind of people starting to get used to it. And now that people are more comfortable with it, they know which categories of social media, they use social video platforms, social networking platforms. So now they are accommodated with the usage. And the data, for us, the data kind of follows that, right? And we talked about the concept on Engage of data-driven marketing and making changes based on data. And I think it's both it was meant actually as both on the company side as well as on the user side, right? Users in a way are iterative, driven based on, like Bethany Mota, you saw her, right? She's based on her fans, based on the brand awareness that she builds up, and then she sells out a clothing line, right?
Amazing.
I mean, amazing.
And in terms of the brands, one of the things that impressed me about Socialbakers is I knew you guys as Face Bakers originally, and I knew you were something else before that. But I suppose the different types of brands, Lamborghini, Lego, car manufacturers, everything, they're all trying to get their message across in an inimitable way. What is it that you guys are doing now? As well as giving them the analytics, but how do you help them tell their story better? What are they getting from you guys that's different?
If we look at our analytics, the way we don't see ourselves as an analytics company and only. When we look at this data-driven model that I try to explain, and we try and provide data plus, which is we provide the analytics, but we also provide a framework of how to put it in the organization, how users should use it, designing the flow of data so there's a stream of beginning and ending. Okay, so I get the analytics solution, but these people get it. This is the metrics they should be using. So we provide kind of end-to-end service, often with a huge amount of training, huge amount of education, great amount of support 24/7. So this is for us that's the key, that's the brand part. That's why the clients love using us as opposed to downloading all data in some sort of Excel spreadsheet, because that's not even possible in social. It's just too much.
And in terms of the future of social, I mean, it's almost become like there is no longer a learning curve. You could start using Snapchat, you could start using Instagram, and there's no learning curve. Technology's out of the way. What about your big bets on where things are going, and what could be what could be Facebook's nemesis, for example? Maybe the big social network from 5 years probably we haven't even heard of yet.
I mean, I guess you have to look with social networks, and you with social networks, you have to look at lock-in, and you have to look at adoption. So first of all, it's very easy to build up a social messaging platform because it's very easy to ramp up on it and very easy to get rid of it. It's very difficult to get rid of a connections-based social network that has so much connections. You're building them up, organically, and it kind of serves as a social category. And it's very difficult to get rid of things that have big content that you can find nowhere else. And you can see one of my bets that I've made, one of my investments that I made with my wife into a gaming social network, and that's kind of I think it's going to go into rich media like Vine, Instagram, more of that rich content. And I think Facebook's not going away anytime soon. LinkedIn's not going away anytime soon. But I could see new categories emerging, and as well the land grab of internal social networks, right? Facebook launched the at work thing. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, right? And I could be seeing these social layers over location, over our everyday lives. Because at the end of the day, social networks are not about the technology. They're a layer over people's lives. Their layer over Twitter is not Twitter because it's just a layer over what we say that I want to share with others. It's expressionism in some form or shape, or communication one-on-one in some shape or form. So the future's bright. I mean, there are going to be probably several multi-billion user social networks in the next 5-10 years.